Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. And I'm late. I'm sorry. Rush, 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 rush. I don't know. I gotta get out of bed. It seems like I get out of bed earlier and earlier and earlier. Just means the dogs want more and more and more. I don't know. And they take up so much of my time. It's kind of like children. I have never wanted children. I shouldn't say that. When I was younger, I wanted children. This is probably too much information. But after teaching for 20 years, no thank you. I'm happy to have them during the day, and I'm happy to go home to nice and quiet. I love my nieces to bits, and I can give them back, when you're done. So, it's not like that I don't like children. It's just that, I like my quiet better. More. All right, I see everybody popping on. Random Thoughts with Jen Houston. All right, today is Thankfully Thinking of You Thursday. And I am always so thankful for all of you who pop on here. You are such a blessing to me and bring me so much joy. And so today we're kind of thinking of people in our lives whose name starts with F. And to be honest, I went through my little file, and I have nobody in my file whose name starts with F. I know. So I don't know if we should go towards somebody whose last name starts with F. I don't know. Maybe that's a possibility. If you have any friends whose name starts with F, maybe tag them, and because I want to give away some cards today, some of the cards that I made today. So, like I say, if you know some people that start with an F, let me know and we can. Yes, jobs, yes, but first names. Today I'm at a loss. So there we go. Tag them. Share this. Hopefully somebody hears and maybe they will respond. Just like, who was it? Evelyn. She's like, my name starts with an E. And so Evelyn got a card in the mail last week. I tell you, because we were on the E's. Your father, silly. My dad's name's, I guess my dad's name kind of could be father, I suppose. We can get around that, can't we, I suppose. All right. But yesterday we did the beautiful color combo. And so I said that we would do a little draw for people who shared and who commented. And so let's do that now right off the hop. See who some winners are. I don't know anybody with an F name. I know. I'm even trying to think of a name that would be with an F. Like I thought of Fiona, but that's, I don't know. Is that a PH? I don't know. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Natasha. Faith. Yes. Do I know a Faith? Not overly. Yes, a clergy person. Absolutely. That's true. They're referred to as father. Okay, yeah. I suppose. Fran. I don't know Fran either. If you know any Faiths or Frans, tag them. Okay, here we go. We are going to check this out. So our first drawing is going to be for a comment picker. You're not old enough. Fred or Frank? Felicia? Yeah, no. Anyways, we'll keep working on it. So here we go. Ready? I'm going to press start and let's see who the comment winner was from yesterday's live. Pat! Yay! Congratulations, Pat. I'm going to be sending you a card in the mail. Yes, I'm excited to send you that. My daughter's middle name is Faith after my grandma. That's nice. Hey, there you go. That could work. All right, so Pat, thanks for commenting. I appreciate that. And now we're going to switch over to the share person. So those people who shared the video, you're in a separate category here. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Boop. Shannon! Thank you, Shannon, for sharing the video. I'm going to send you a card as well. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, you two, or all of you who participated. I love that. Let me switch back to the screen and get my laptop out of the way. And then I wanted to show off some beautiful happy mail that arrived. Let me get this screen, which is totally crooked. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? Isn't that nice? I love this layout with the 3 kind of panels on a kind of border. I love it, and I love how she did this on the little tag here. Beautiful. So this lovely card came from Jean, all the way from Franklin, Wisconsin in the US. I think it's beautiful. So thank you, Jean. Nice words. You are such a sweetheart. So I appreciate your happy mail. Love it. Love it. Love it. And then I also got this one from Jill. Jill sends so many cards. It's so cute. But check out this envelope. I like this envelope. I do not have this stamp set, so I'm kind of excited. Oh, yep. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder for turning the sound up. Okay, it's as high as it'll go. Is that better? Yeah, no, and then I stop talking, right? I can always bring it closer to me, but you're just going to see my nose hairs a little better. This is a too much information session, isn't it? All right, on to Jill's card. I love these gatefold cards. Aren't they beautiful? I should do this again at some point. Finally arrived, almost on time. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Together we can get through anything. I like it. So together we can get through the apple. I think it's so cute. And check out, look at the, she knows I love these ornate frames. And then, oh, that fits so perfectly there. And then look, she even used splatter. And you know, I didn't used to be an apple fan, but, sorry, just take a drink, my lips are dry. Oh, another personal moment. I had been eating ice cream. Okay, why is that not going on? Sorry. There we go. I had been eating ice cream in the evenings, and I know I had to stop that. And we weren't just having a, nice little bowl. So I had our reunion, it's called, for our I'm a part of this Best Weight program, and I took this course about craving change and how your brain affects your patterns and different strategies you can use to kind of tackle the mental pieces of that, of dieting or of losing weight. So anyways, we had a reunion, we all had a chit chat, we all were having trouble. So after that meeting, I kind of smartened up, because I know I have to go at the end of this month again, and I don't want to have to, have a bad report again. So anyways, we stopped the ice cream at night. No more mini eggs. But I started eating an apple with ice cream instead. Or, sorry, apple with peanut butter. And I really like the fatso peanut butter. And so that has been actually pretty good. And even Kevin last night got into it, and he does not like apples. But it's just the crunch and the peanut butter, the fatty peanut butter. I don't know. It's actually quite delicious, and I'm not missing ice cream a whole lot, which I thought would never happen. There's no such thing as a little bowl of ice cream, right? That's why it comes in a tub. That would be my preference on how to eat. So anyways, this is cute. Timely. These apples. I like this. And I love, see, I had never done this either. I love how she did this basket weave embossing on the belly band. I've always just left the belly band as is. But this makes it so beautiful, and it just kind of coordinates so neatly with the panels kind of on this gatefold here. Smart, smart, smart. I love it. Love it. Love your ideas, and love your Happy Mail. Thank you so much. Okay, I said today is Thankfully Thursday. Thankfully Thinking of You Thursday. Just going to run over this one all week. We are concentrating on the Forever Blossoms bundle, which we sure had fun with yesterday. Okay, where are those tiny cute bees from? I think they are little stickers. They're little stickers. But, well, maybe I thought they were stickers, but maybe not. They looked like stickers, but no, never mind. I'm not sure. You'll have to ask Jill, the Bobbsey twins. But she put, I see she put oh my goodness, Winka Stella on the wings, which made me totally think it was a sticker. But now that I look at it, I think they're stamps. And a two-step stamp at that. Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll have to check with Jill where that comes from. I'm not sure if that's in the apple set or not. So yes, if you purchase this bundle, purchase $75, I'm sending you some pearls. Yes. Love my pearls. And they go so nicely with this set, so I think it's a good match. All right, 12 minutes in and I still haven't started. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, first card. Now, yesterday I said we were going to do we were going to use some of the dies to kind of create with. Had no time to crank. I was up working late last night again and just not enough time. So we are going to hopefully get to that tomorrow. We're going to do something else today. We're gonna color with embossing powder kind of idea. We're going to use that as our kind of decoration idea. Remember this from yesterday? Remember we chose to use soft suede instead of this black, Memento black piece on the very vanilla. And remember how we put those cherry cobbler pearls? Well, I didn't want this to go to waste. So what I decided was let's use some basic gray as our card base. And then what I did was I embossed, hey, where's my black piece? I cut a black piece as a little mat. I probably put it away. Anyways, so I stamped, you know, in a few places, embossed with the black, and then, you know, stamped a few more places, embossed with the black, and then I was able to hang on to a place that was already done and continue. So where there were little spaces, what I did was, I didn't want to leave them wide open, so I took in these little stamps, individual stamps, and stamped with the leaves, you know, a little bit here, a little bit around the edges just to fill it in. But that black embossing powder, it's nice. But I had a black mat. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so I'm going to put this down and I'm going to place this over top. I thought maybe let's go like that. It'll tie in everything together. I know yesterday or Tuesday, I guess, I was doing the flowers a lot horizontally, but I do want to do the flowers vertically as well to show you that kind of look. And then I embossed the You Mean So Much to Me on the cherry cobbler to kind of tie in with those little red bits on, yeah, the black onto the cherry cobbler. And I want to do the Lisa Harden cut, meaning just snipping the end that way. And then parallel to that cut, we're going to do it on that side just to kind of make it look a little fancier than just a rectangle. All right, well, I really want that black mat behind. It kind of just made it pop nicely. Oh, maybe here it is. Is this it? It's the same size. Okay, so let's just trim this down then. What do you think? Isn't that beautiful embossing powder? To be honest with you, I don't know if I've even ever used the black embossing powder before. So bad, I know. I guess I just usually stamp with black ink, but I am in love with the shine that this gives. I don't know if it picks, there you go. If it picks up that shine, it just makes it more rich and, you know, fancy looking. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's put this on here. And there again, I'm not coloring. Let's just put it on as is, and away you go. What I was thinking would be, can you imagine this black on black? It would be just that little hint of something in the background, but not in your face. I don't know. I think that would be stunning. It almost kind of reminds me of that velvet wallpaper where you know it stands out and has a little texture to it. It almost reminds me of that. All right, let's pop this guy up. Oh, that one's pretty much done, and I don't want it to cut right now. Let's pick another one. So I think it was really, really pretty. Let's just go to this one. One more in here. I think we're good. We are going to have to use clear over tuxedo black now. No more black embossing powder. Oh goodness. Okay, so is it sold out? I thought just the shimmery one was, but maybe not. Maybe not. Well, all the more reason to go grab it right now before it retires. It's so pretty. All right, let's pop this one up. I'm going to do one on this end, and to make everything even, I'm going to put two on this end. I think that's right. Yep. So just layer up two, because this side's already popped up. 1 plus 1 makes 2, or at least in the Jen Houston world. And I just want to put that down there. Oh, so pretty. Isn't it nice? I feel like I have no space here to craft today. I don't know if this thing kind of, my stand went down a little bit. No, I thought it's not in the new caddy. Okay, so like I say, snag it. I am going to emboss something on the inside and on the envelope, and just to make it all tie together. Of course, we have very vanilla envelopes. Don't forget about those. I often do. I just automatically grab the white and forget. But anyways, that is so pretty with the very vanilla. The gray, the very vanilla and red. Just like that, that combo yesterday was stunning. All right. Was it Janet who helped me out with this pattern name? Oh, what's it called? I don't know. I can't remember. But you know, I thought, well, let's emboss with the white all over the place, and maybe it'll look like that beautiful china or the, you know, that, oh, that stunning pattern on the dishes and whatnot. So there again, this is kind of how I did the black. Same idea, but I'm going to actually use the white embossing powder. That is not retiring. Julie. Oh no, it's Jill that I was wondering about. We were wondering what, where she got the little bug from. How do I want to do this? Let's start off here. Now I'm not using the embossing buddy because that's retiring. It's retired and is all sold out. One of my Stampin' friends, she tried to order it the other day and gone. Deft? Do you just say deft? Or do you say delft? Or do you just say delt? I don't know. Sounds so pretty. Love that look. And you know, this Pacific Point just, I don't know, is the right blue or something. You can clear emboss powder over any color of ink to make the color embossed. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I actually like the clear embossing powder. I actually used it on my wedding invitations on Very Vanilla. So, okay, I'm gonna stop there because I need somewhere to hang on to, okay? So I will come back later and do this portion, but I just kind of tried to stamp willy-nilly all over the place. Let's see. I've got my little tray. Some people have coffee filters. Some people use little containers. Some people just fold a piece of paper in half and just kind of use it like a trough to put it back in your container. Now, I like to have a little paintbrush handy for these little spots that I know I don't want. And just kind of brush them off before you emboss, otherwise they are there for good. You can also give it a little flick, blow. Okay, here we go. Let's heat this guy up. So exciting when it turns that bright white while you're embossing. So it kind of melts it and it turns this bright white. And I'll show you the difference. You'll be able to see the difference now when we sort of stamp in here and just put in the embossing powder. All right, let's fill in these little gaps here. One here. Now if it's too hard to stamp anything in here, like I said before, if you just use one of your little individual stamps, that works too. We have this little rosebud, I suppose. Let's have one sticking out of here somewhere. Like so. And the leaf, I think will look nice here. Just to fill in those little spaces, those little gaps. Okay, so now you're going to see the difference between, can you tell? One's a whole lot brighter and the other one's kind of dull. You love it already? Aw, thanks, Abby. Oh, I see a spot I missed. I'm going to get that done before it dries, otherwise it's not going to go. Okay. All right, and there we have it. Isn't it pretty? And what I was thinking was just adding a wee little border around with white. So, you know, see what I do here. Of course. All right, glue. You know, that black embossing powder would sure look neat on Blackberry Bliss. That would look stunning too. Okay, so there I've glued that on. Got a little stickiness. Now I had thought I want to take this little guy from the Ornate Frames dies and just do a little sentiment. There is the little friend from this stamp set. I think that would be cute. Little friend. Yeah, let's go with it. Otherwise, we could do Cherish. I don't know if Love would fit on there. I know I need lots of friend stamps. Thank you, stamps. Hello, stamps. Cards, pardon me. It's cornstarch. You can put cornstarch and pantyhose tied tightly in a knot. That's what I was wondering. I totally had that thought. Now that the embossing buddy is, oh, I don't want embossing powder. Now that the embossing buddy is done, I was thinking that there's going to be a whole bunch of recipes come out on how to. You're giving me ideas for my live tonight. Awesome, Lisa. So Lisa's going live tonight. Make sure you check her out. But yes, I thought there would be so many recipes probably come up on how to make it yourself. There, with a friend. Okay, here is my card base. I almost think I want to do some kind of little, needs a little pop of color, doesn't it? A little hit. How about we use some pearls, because that's the giveaway this week, because it looks so good with this set. Thought I had some old ones but to use up, but let's go with this. All right, let's see. I was going to use this twine, which we could color as well. So let's pick a color that goes, that is a Stampin' Blend. You want to try orange? Do you want to try... She is on at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I think we shall use our embossing buddy. I've had mine forever, yes. I actually have a few. What about that? I think that the dark granny apple green, that might be kind of cute. Okay, let's color up our string. How much string do we need? So I'm going to say that much. Guesses. And the great part about this twine, or that organdy, no, it's not organdy, crinkled seam binding ribbon, is that you can color it with these Stampin' Blends. You just run your marker along and there you go. Color it whatever color you want. Did they have other colored patterns of china like this? Or was it just mainly the blue and white? Was that the kind of signature? They didn't have like a red and a white, or I don't know. But red would look pretty like this, hey? Like any color really, I think would be so pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna set that aside. Let's color in some, I'm gonna put the two pearls kind of on either side. So let's go with the two larger sizes. That'll help kind of make that color pop a little bit. Don't you just love getting a new, oh, terracotta tile would look great too. Yes, because of course orange and blue are opposites on the color wheel, and so yes, they do make each other pop for sure. I don't have a terracotta tile Stampin' Blend. However, you can use apparently the Calypso Coral, the dark one. I just had a thought too. What else I could have done with this little saying would have been to kind of stamp in the background a little bit in the blue. Just stamp off quite a few times, but just to have some little pattern on there might have looked kind of fun too. Okay, let's wrap this ribbon around the back here. Oh, need a little more there. A little more on that side to tuck. Okay. Oh, I see that it's coming off on my white. So let me get a Kleenex and just give it a little bit of a wipe first, just to make sure any excess color is off. See, it's got a little bit. Okay, let's try it again. Tuck that behind, wrap that around, and a little tuck there. Suppose if I had a little more glue here, it might stick better. Or some glue at all. There we go. Cute. Just gonna move that up a little bit. All right. Let's glue this right down to our card base. Like so. And I think I'm going to pop this up just to make it look important. But think of all the neat color combos you could do with this, right? Just so many, the same card, but in so many different colors would look so neat. It'd be a neat gift idea just to give to somebody who wants some of your handmade cards. Just all sorts of different colors. Isn't it cute? I like it. Very nice. And so for the insert, what I did to jazz it up a little, and the green pearls are great. Thank you. Yeah, it just adds a little something, right? And I mean, you could go to town like we did in the last card. You could put those little green pearls on the centers of all the flowers. That would look pretty too. Remember this? Remember those ornate, no, what's it called? This one, ornate layer dies. They come with those two little pieces. One's a little bit longer and narrower, and the other one is longer or shorter and fatter. But doesn't that just stun that up? So pretty, right? I thought, let's just, let's just leave it like that. I'm not even going to stamp anything on the inside. I'm just going to have that little piece cut out there to decorate the insert. Done. So there's our second little card. Easy peasy, right? So you can design this just with embossing powder. And really, you could do this with just plain cardstock, white cardstock with, a certain color, and then have this the color background and both of the card base and this layer white, and then just have a hit of the color, whatever you stamp on. There's so many different variations, I'm sure. Okay, so now just to make it a little more, if you want to jazz it up just a tad more, this time I'm going to use soft sea foam. I'm going to try this. What stamp is this? This is the Forever Blossoms bundle. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. I'm hitting up with a piece of basic gray, and guess what? This gray got wet. Remember how I spilled my water the other day? And so I had it drying out, and I thought, do I just throw it out? But you know what? I embossed over it, and I can't tell where the pieces were that it was kind of, wet. How perfect. So if you get any pieces of paper wet, emboss them. This is the tin tile embossing paper, or tin tile embossing folder. So pretty. And there you go. It looks good to me. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to wait with this, because what I did was pre-emboss this little soft sea foam, and this is a nice light color, so we'll see what it looks like on light colors. Okay, so this is just plain white. But what we're going to do now, just to change things up a little bit, is I just want to make sure I got the right card for the right technique. I'm just going to show. Yes, okay. I was supposed to do this one next, but that's okay. We're good. We're good to go. We are going to color around the flowers. And so I'm just going to use soft sea foam. This is the lighter version, I believe. Light soft sea foam. See what it looks like here. And it's going to make these flowers pop. I always forget about the negative space, right? You always, color on the inside of the flowers, but really you could color around them. And how pretty is that? And it's super easy. This is why you need your Stampin' Blends. They're so helpful for so many reasons. What are you thinking so far? What do you think? Don't those flowers just pop a whole lot more? Gotta make sure I get all those little inserts. And it makes it easy to color because the kind of raised portions of the embossing powder help guide you. and really it's not going to, it can stain the white, but since this is a light color, it's going to be okay. I can't remember if this is flower or what this is. We'll just pretend it's background. Can you see the difference? Or if you were to color, say, I don't know, in black or basic gray around the outside. I just kind of stuck with monochromatic, but you could get pretty wild and crazy too. You could almost, you know, blend in different colors, make kind of a rainbow effect, especially with the Stampin' Blends, right? Because you can go over top of them. You could kind of go dark to the light version. That would be pretty. Kind of an ombre look. And of course they go on darker than what they're going to dry as. So as you can see kind of over here, it's lighter than what I just did. Just as a, oh, I see I didn't emboss this little section. Oh well. All is well. Or I wonder, you could probably even just color around the outside. Just like do a line around the outside of all of the flowers. That might make it look like a shadow. So many ideas. So many ideas, so little time. I think I got them all. Isn't it pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. This looks like big. I wonder if did I miss anything? No, I don't think so. But I'm just going to go in here and add a little break up in there. There. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Isn't that soft and beautiful? Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so here's where that's going to go. How that kind of comes together. Look at that with the gray. So pretty. Now, I decided to do Sending Prayers. That comes from the Itty Bitty Greetings stamp set. I do send lots of cards like that as well. Now, Lisa Harden does the best ribbon techniques. I saw her do this one, and I've never done it. So if Elisa's watching and I'm doing it totally wrong, please tell me. But I'm going to put some snail tape on the back of my basic gray, and I'm going to just do some loops. Okay. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Okay, so then she did some little loopy thing, and then came back and did a loop on this side. I guess the trick is probably to get all those little loopies even height. Suppose I could use my grid paper. Look, I've got my tongue stuck out. I'm concentrating so much. This pattern is just so pretty and feminine, isn't it? Just this green and the gray. It's just soft. Without being pink. You know, we often think, oh, feminine pink. Oh, this one looks pretty cool. feeling hers wasn't like this. I think this one's more concentrated. Did she pull it more like figure eights or something? I can't remember. This is why you gotta watch Lisa Hardin. She does such cool things. Check her out tonight. She is on at the Stamping Zoo. Okay, one or two. We'll try to make her one. There we go. Okay. Let's see what it actually looks like. Where are my scissors? I need time to like get caught up on the like cleaning of things, and I just, you know, who wants to clean when you can have so much fun? Pretty. Wow. Look at that. Fancy dancy. Okay, let's start assembling this. So I'm going to use liquid glue because this is bumpy, and I want to make sure it's stuck to my card base forever and ever. And of course, the cool part about the embossing folders, when you push it on your paper, one side is going to be raised and one side is going to be kind of inverted. So it kind of gives you two looks for the price of one. I'm going to pop that layer up. Why not? I don't live in the US where we have to, won't be able to watch you live tonight as I have another video party. Oh, cool. Yeah, lots of video doctor's appointments, and oh my goodness, everything's turning to the video. Which is, I'm like I kind of said with On Stage, it's kind of a relief for us who suffer from anxiety and get really uptight about, you know, having to meet people in person. But it is, you know, you always end up having such a great time once you get there, but you stress so much. I do. I stress so much about it beforehand and get yourself all worked up because I'm concentrating. This is a project where you would stick your tongue out to. So good to hear I'm not alone. Yep, some projects just require that tongue being stuck out. Go this way because I have a little kind of a ding right here. So let's cover that up by our sending prayers, and I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of this too. Let's pop this beautiful thing up. Whoops, apparently, oh no, I cut this one. I'm like, I'm sure I cut these. Okay, and then of course we have to add some pearls because it's just what we do. And of course I think I need to color them. So pretty. Love it. And let's get out our soft seafoam. I don't know if that's going to show that much on the pearls, but let's give it a whirl. I'm going to go with the smalls, but a few extra. Let's go with 3 and see how it looks. Was it Janet who asked about the, how when you color on the pearls, they take off the shine. This one, you can really see it took off the shine, but these two are okay. Weird. Huh. There's my little 3. Oh, I love it. I That is a stunner. So pretty. Wow. Awesome. Or talking to self, good thing I live alone. Yeah, you like that too with meeting new people. You're like that? Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun, but everybody has their things, right? So I think I'm gonna stamp that flower in soft seafoam on the white, just to kind of coordinate it, and same with the envelope. That's kind of, I think, my plan. I could have probably went in with some gray pearls, color them up and make them gray and add a few little extras. But I think I'm gonna just leave it. So there we go. Aren't those colors stunning? Oh, I love when colors come together and they sing. All right, where are my purple fans at? We're gonna do something very similar, but kind of opposite. I'm gonna use my purple posy. So pretty, so pretty. I'm gonna have a layer of Whisper White kind of as my little thin border. And then I have another piece of purple posy. And all I did was white emboss just the 2 corners. And then of course, ornate frame dies. Aren't those cute? But I wanted to make that center kind of pop a little bit more. And since we don't have purple posy Stampin' Blends, I thought let's go and color the flowers, the images in Highland Heather. So this is a piece of Highland Heather, and it'll just tie everything together, I think. Okay, so let's put this over here and let's start coloring away. So we're gonna do the opposite this time. We're gonna color the actual image in. I'm wondering, I think I'm gonna try the flower bits in the light version of Highland Heather. And I don't know, I might go with the dark version for the leaves. See how that looks. Might give it even more kind of texture, not texture, dimension, if you will. So we're just going tone on tone. We're kind of being monochromatic today. No sense going over top of that. I don't think it'll help much. All right, so here's another bud. I just thought maybe filling in some of those little, coloring over top might help fill in some of those little spaces on there. I think it's just gonna color the embossing powder, which I don't want. I want it to be nice and crisp and white. Okay, so those are the flowers on that side. Let's go to the flowers on this side. Hope those make them kind of pop a little more without being intrusive. So neat. You don't have to think about colors. You just use what you already had done with your layer here. And this last one here. Okay, do I have enough of these? No. Okay, I'm gonna I want to see the difference in how dark or how different. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do the leaves in the darker. See what happens. Maybe we'll like that better and we'll color in the flowers the dark color too. And might as well do those stems. These leaves are very, not potent, but concentrated, that's the word I wanted. So there's not a whole lot of space to color them anyway. So I suppose if they're a little pop of darker purple, that works. There we go. Now just to loosen this up a little more, should I flick some dark Highland Heather? Pretty. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure this goes behind, so let's just add a little snail on either side, just around that pretty pattern. Glue that down, and then this is going to go on here. However, I kind of wanted to put, there's this fun tri-colored ribbon, and I kind of want to put the little loop sticking out one of the corners. Shall I put it underneath the white layer? No, I want to put it under the purple layer. I kind of want to stamp a sentiment, I think, maybe right here. There again, we can go, you mean so much to me. Sending prayers, there's friend, there's love. I don't know, I wouldn't send the whole lot. I wouldn't send a whole lot of that out. Let me go back to the itty bitty greetings and have a peek. I like this set. It's one of those sets that I heard found another die. Sheesh. It's one of those sets that has kind of a whole bunch of things that would work. They're little, they can, you know, be stamped multiple times. A little hello. I always like that one. Let's go a little hello. Let's do it. It's little. I'm almost wondering if I should pop that up on a little white piece, otherwise it may just get lost. And of course we have lots of white scraps from when we cut our different layers, so I have lots of these little pieces. Let me swap this out. I could do friend from this set again, but as I said yesterday, the sayings from this set, very wedding inclined, but there's a need for that, right? You're gonna make your wedding cards. It's nice to have a set that has a bunch of wedding sayings. Hello, hello. Okay. We'll do a little Lisa Harden cut or a ribbon cut. Let's do, I haven't done a ribbon cut in a long time. And my scissors are a disaster. Okay, so I just cut up the center. And from the corner to the center, flip it over, and from the corner to the center. That is the fastest and easiest way to get yourself a neat little ribbon cut. Okay. What about the silver? Let's put some silver thread behind it. I can't remember. I think these threads are leaving, aren't they? Ugh. I like these threads. They're such fun little something to add behind your sayings. Just make them kind of pop. So I wrapped it around my fingers. I'm going to give it a twist and press that down on there. You can kind of reconfigure how you like it. You have these little loose ends, tuck them in, or cut them off. If it's being like a gray hair, cut it off. All right, let's add some dimensionals to that to pop that layer up right here. And also the dimensionals also help kind of hold that thread in place so it doesn't go anywhere. Yes, they're retiring. The classic label punch would have been beautiful with this too. Yes, Amy. Good idea. Oh, let's tuck this guy under again. He's being stubborn. Just a little hello. All right, now to this little thread exercise. Okay, I'm just gonna put some snail here and just cut a little piece, make a loop. Just want it just not super far out, but just there, a little peak of purple. Whoop, that one's farther out. Want them all kind of even. And I guess let's do 3. 3 is kind of the happy look. Okay, now I know that these are, I need some glue here, so you could use a glue dot. I'm just being, oh my lid, I'm tying myself up with twine. It's attacking me. Let's put some snail there, flip that back over so it's stuck. I want this to be the same, so let me just, there. Oh yeah. Oh, that one should go further down. Need a little more space. Needs a little more of a gap in between. Is that better? Yeah, that's good. See that? Just a little hit. All right, now if we put this, I think we're gonna put this, pop this layer up because that is so bulky. Forgot to tell you. Guess what popped up just down the way from us here? A yellow bear in the area sign. So now I'm like, oh man, I'm too scared to go for a walk. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, let's glue this layer down. So I'm going to have to make lots of noise. I'm going to talk to Indy a lot. Yikes. Terrified. Terrified of bears. Terrified. Okay, let's put some pearls up here too. I think that would just finish it off. Let's go 1 large. Actually, let's go 3 large with to match with those the ribbon there. Yes. Bears. Gotta wreck my, walking routine. I need to find somebody who's like a loud talker. And, maybe they can come with me. So what do you think? Cute, hey? So just, decorate the ends as opposed to doing the entire thing. Color in the flowers with the same color. And, that sure helps make it a lot of fun too. And of course, I'll just stamp in Highland Heather, I believe, for the insert. I'll stamp that flower just across the end there. And same with the envelope. Kind of do the same sort of thing. Now I see I'm running way behind. One last card. I saw Lisa Curcio do this morning, and this is what kind of gave me, the ideas to springboard off of today with the embossing powder. But, and she used white. I really wanted to use black, but I don't know why I didn't. I guess I think this would look really stunning with black. I have a Whisper White card base. I'm using the thick kind of version. This is retiring this gold glimmer paper. So I'm, using some up here. Let's use it up. And then I have just a piece of the normal Whisper White cardstock, which I want to do kind of my project on. All right, let's get stamping this flower. I've actually got a big piece here. You're wondering, well, surely you're not gonna emboss this entire thing. No, but I am going to, I do want to kind of, I want to have like a little handle, I suppose. Use black then. Well, I have to cut it and I'm already over my hour. Maybe I'll, if somebody wants to do this in black and show it off, do it. So I'm just gonna, ink up quite a few spots, quite a lot. So I'm kind of just trying to tuck in the flowers. So hard to see white on the white here. Let's go in from this direction. Oopsie. On this end. I'm going to put something there. I probably will do, but I'm going to do one more layer just in case. Can always cut, well, we could cut it and make a strip for the insert of the card or for on the envelope too, I suppose. Okay, that should be enough. I see a couple little bare spots, so I'm going to take this individual flower and stamp that right there. I think that looks good. Okay, now I have to get rid of my white embossing powder. Probably should have done that first. Get rid of that out of my tray because I need both trays. Let's put this away. It's okay, I'm not going anywhere. Stuck at home, maybe someday we will have a live. We'll all have a live, yes. I'm still planning the paper pumpkin pajama party. I was gonna do it this Friday and lo and behold, today's Thursday. And I have not planned it yet. Maybe next week. No, not next week. Next week is the long weekend. Can't do that. All right. 2 trays. Because I am going to use 2 colors. Now she used 3. She used the copper, the silver, and the gold. I don't have I do copper? No, I don't have copper. And I didn't want to use white and I didn't want to use black. So this is why, this is what's going to happen here. So I'm going to take the, let's go silver on the outsides. So I'm just going to lay this in my trough and kind of really pour a section. And then I'm going to go over here and pour gold. In that section. And then I'm going to go back here and pour silver. So can you see how she did the 3 colors? Be kind of cool. But I just thought, oh, this would be so stunning on black. Because it would just pop. Okay, I see a little bit. Oh, I didn't get too much on that one. I wanted to get rid of some of these little bits here. This one looks funny. There we go. Oh, I need a little more gold right there. Let's just go from this direction this time. So mix up your colors. How neat is that? Okay, please don't fall. Let's heat this up and see what it looks like. Isn't that neat? Oh, don't drop your powder. Been there, done that. Isn't it neat? Just, you know, I hit it some different colors. So, you know what I'm tempted to do? Since I didn't do it on black, she did it white. I'm tempted to take my Stampin' Blend marker and color around it. Kind of like we did with that one stamp, or one card we did. So pretty, so pretty. And then basically, see why I chose to have a longer piece of paper so that you can have kind of a handle to hang on to. Otherwise, it'd be so hard to try and, you know, hang on with a little finger while you're, you know, pouring the embossing powder. So, and now we have the freedom to kind of place, or, you know, use which parts and pieces we like the best. Maybe we like the flowers going this direction. Maybe we like them going this direction. We have a little bit of flexibility for sure. I'm going to cut it out and then sort of see what I think. I'm going to go with, this was 4x5, I believe, so I want to leave some of that gold as a little pop. So 4x5, let's go 3.5. Yeah, I think that's good. 3.5 by 4.25. Oh, I'm gonna go, I have to kind of shimmy my way because I don't want to go all one. I want to keep those silvers on both sides. So let's go in 1/4. How much do I need here? 3.25. So I need by 5. So let's do 1/4 off of each side. I believe will get me to what I want. Nope. I did, what did I do? 3.5? Oh, that's my problem. So I need to get to 4.25. So if I do one more 1/4 inch off each end. That will help me. Math was never my strong suit. What did I say? I have to get to 4 1/4? Darn. Let's do an 1/8, I think. See, now I'm not. Goodness. As she gets smaller and smaller. 3 1/2. It has to be by 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. Is that right? 3 1/2. 4 3/4. Oh, darn it. Shoot. Okay, so I have to work backwards. Let's do 4 1/4, which means that makes it by 3. It's getting smaller and smaller. That's all right. Here's a piece for our insert. Oh, too much. Too much. So I'm going to trim this sucker down too. What I say it was 3. So let's go. I don't want it that big. Let's do 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. There, that's better. But do you think I should outline those with black? You've done this before? I had never done it before. I think it's neat. I think it's cool. I kind of want to go in with black. I think it would make those flowers pop even more. And then what I was going to do was I have my little stitch nested label die, which is going to fit. Oh, it's the Always and Forever from this stamp set. I thought this would make a nice wedding card. Is black okay at a wedding? Is black? I guess there's the groom's usually has black or navy. I could do navy. That might look pretty too. Decisions. Anyways, I'm going to work on that. And of course, I'm going to show this on my blog, all of these completed cards with the inserts and the envelopes all later on. So it's going to be a grand surprise at the end. And I'm excited. I get to talk to Mary this afternoon. Mary's interested in getting the starter kit. So if anybody else is interested in learning a little bit about that, I can always do a session on that. Or I can, chat with you one-on-one if you have some questions. Doesn't mean you have to hold classes. Can if you want. You can run it as a business, or you can just have it as, you know what, I want a discount because I buy a lot. That's how most people start. They want that discount. So try it on your scrap first to see how. Absolutely, you are smart. That's right, Mary Ellen. Right? Even on this one, I could just try it out with the black. And do you want me to show you now? Okay, here's the difference between black. Actually, I think it's dark. Oh yeah, it's dark basic black. Sometimes the Stampin Blends dull the embossing, so you kind of have to just be careful. Oh, that's a flower. Let's not go in there. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go a little bit here, and then I'm going to go with the rest. Let's try our navy. And how about the bullet end so I can actually get where I want to be. Ooh. You know what? My navy is getting, oh, that's probably not where I was supposed to color. My navy's running out. So I think that's going to make my decision for me. It's not, oh, can't see. Navy's pretty. It's definitely a little calmer. well, maybe we'll just have to go with navy. And I might have to do a few tries, you know, sit the marker up and down onto my bullet end like this for a while to keep that ink going down. Caught some of this, but it kept cutting out. Oh, darn. I will have to watch the replay. I'm sorry. Yikes. All right, I'm going to do blue. Thanks, Mary Ellen, for the good idea. Try out our, you know, color. I guess we can mix them up. See how one thing leads to the other? This is how, you know, this is what happened with my kitchen in my old house in Manitoba. All I wanted to do was, what was it, change out the taps in my kitchen sink. Next thing you know, I'm like, okay, well, I might as well, you know, just get a new sink. You know, it's old. I want a double sink as opposed to a single sink. Then next thing you know, well, if I'm replacing the sink, I might as well get a new counter. You know, the counter's old. Might as well. Well, you know, if I'm getting a new countertop, I need to kind of, you know, I want it to match everything, so I might as well paint the walls. You know, if I'm doing the walls, you know, like the floor is old too. Next thing you know, the whole house is repainted. The bathroom is done, and I have a new kitchen. So it kind of happens to me with cards as well. And you can't even see, oh my goodness, you can't even see me talk. Okay. So this is what happens. And this is what, I mean, it's a good thing because it evolves into new ideas, new things to try, and comes up with new, you know, new and exciting things. But yes, you could sit in here forever and just continue on. Hence the reason it is 1 hour and 21 minutes. All right. So like I said, everything will be on my blog later on today. And yes, you have lots of powders. Do this, yes. You know, you don't have to color. And yeah, you could do so many, so many stripes of different colors. It could be all rainbow. Oh, it could be neat. I like the children's book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. The whole collection. Yeah. Anyways, all right, everybody, just a reminder that if you live in Canada and you need a demonstrator, I would love to be yours. The feature that I'm having this week, of course, is this Forever Blossom bundle, and every day I'm going to do a project with this bundle. And if you purchase this from me or place a $75 order, then I'm going to send you a free package of pearls. And as you can see, it went so well with all of these items. If you want a brand new catalog that's coming out, you can also ask me for that if you don't have a demonstrator and you do live in Canada. Otherwise, if you live in the US and need a demonstrator, I have a lovely friend, Lisa Harden, who would love to be your demonstrator. Anyways, tomorrow is Fun Friday. Last day of the week, last day to play with this set. I'm going to try and come up with a fancy fold, or I want a fun fold tomorrow. I have that feeling. All right, there is my online store if you want to go browsing, jenhouston.stampinup.net, and that is the host code if you have an order that is under $200. That helps me out. Helps me to be able to give you little gifts like those pearls. Okay, everyone. Have a happy Thursday, and check out Lisa tonight at the Stamping Zoo if you have time. And I know she always has some fun ideas to learn too, so yay! I'm curious what the twig type die is for. Yeah, no pressure. The big one that's curved. Yes, that's my goal is tomorrow. I really want to use the dies as the main event on some kind of a fun fold. See how much time we get today. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day.